What if I told you your brain runs a free overnight upgrade that boosts memory, mood, and creativity? No subscription, just sleep. Every night you cycle through non-REM and REM, rapid eye movement, sleep in 80-100-minute loops, usually 4 to 6 per night. Adults do best with at least 7 hours, so the whole routine can finish in. Skip time and you skip steps. Picture your brain like a phone that updates while you're out. Wake too early and the install isn't done. Tonight we'll tour the hidden night shift, how your brain saves today's lessons, cools hot feelings, takes out mental trash, and resets attention for tomorrow. First stop, the moment you drift off, because what your brain does in the first hour sets up everything that follows. As you fade into non-REM sleep, your brain enters light stages, N1, N2, and then deep slow-wave sleep, N3. In N2, it fires quick bursts called sleep spindles, brief 11 to 16 Hz pulses that help stabilize new information. In N3, big, rolling slow waves sweep across the cortex, turning down background noise so the signals you learned today can stand out. One analogy: spindles save your open tabs, slow waves tidy the desktop. This is the first pass of memory consolidation, turning fresh, fragile traces into something usable. Next up, your brain starts a relay between two memory hubs, so those saved tabs become part of your long-term library. Memory isn't stored in a single vault. The hippocampus, your fast index, hands off to the cortex, your long-term storage. That handoff is timed by brain oscillations, slow waves, spindles, and tiny ripples that act like metronomes for replay. When these rhythms line up, recently learned patterns reactivate and get woven into existing knowledge, which makes recall faster and more flexible tomorrow. It's like the difference between knowing one route and knowing the whole map. With the foundational save and stitch underway, your brain shifts gears into a stage that doesn't just store facts. It reshapes how those memories feel. REM. REM sleep, rapid eye movement, is when dreams run loud and muscles go offline so you don't act them out. During REM, the brain often replays emotional moments with stress chemistry dialed down. Imaging studies show the amygdala, an emotion hub, settles by morning while regions that add meaning stay engaged. Result? After a good night, sharp feelings can become clearer stories, which is why sleep on it often cools hot takes into better judgment. With emotions steadier, your brain is primed for another overnight bonus, creative leaps you couldn't force while awake. Sleep also boosts creativity. In classic experiments, people were more than twice as likely to spot a hidden rule in a number puzzle after sleep than after equal time awake. Short bouts of REM make the brain better at connecting distant dots, turning scattered ideas into aha. That's how artists, coders, and students wake with fresh angles on yesterday's problems. Once your brain has filed, cooled, and remixed, it quietly gets to work on housekeeping you can't feel but absolutely need. Deep in the night, your glymphatic system, fluid channels that wash the brain, opens wide. Space between brain cells expands, cerebrospinal fluid flows faster, and waste products clear more efficiently. In animals and people, this rinse helps remove metabolites like beta amyloid. One small human imaging study even found that a single all-nighter increased beta amyloid in vulnerable regions, an overnight nudge in the wrong direction. No scare tactics, just biology. Regular sleep is when the cleaning crew does its best work. With cleanup rolling, your brain also rebalances the strength of billions of connections so signals stay sharp. All day, learning turns many synapses, the contact points between neurons, up. The synaptic homeostasis. Hypothesis says sleep scales those gains down to a sustainable baseline, keeping the important ones strong and trimming the rest. Think of it as lowering the room's volume so the lead melody pops. This reset saves energy, frees capacity for tomorrow's learning, and makes thinking feel crisp after a solid night. To run this nightly routine on time, your brain needs two green lights: rising sleep pressure and the right circadian signal. Two forces steer when you feel sleepy. One is adenosine, a natural chemical that builds up while you're awake and creates sleep pressure. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine receptors, which masks that pressure without removing it. The other is your circadian rhythm, a roughly 24-hour clock set by a tiny brain area called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, that syncs to light. When pressure is high and the clock says night, you fall asleep quickly. Align them poorly, and you toss. Light is the master knob for that clock, so timing light is your next power move. Light in the morning pulls your clock earlier. Bright light late at night pushes it later. Evening blue-rich light also suppresses melatonin, the hormone that signals darkness now, making it harder to wind down. Aim for real daylight soon after waking, and dim screens and lamps in the hour before bed. If you must scroll, use warmer, lower brightness, not because of perfectionism, but because your clock listens to photons more than pep talks. With light handled, temperature becomes the quiet cue that helps you drift faster. Body temperature naturally drops before sleep. Helping heat leave, cool room, light bedding, even warm feet, can speed that drop and nudge you toward deeper sleep. Counterintuitive but true. Warming hands and feet causes blood vessels to widen, letting core heat escape, which can help you doze sooner. Think cool, dark cave, not Arctic blast. Locking in the basics sets the stage for the two big saboteurs most people underestimate: caffeine timing and a nightcap. Caffeine's half-life is about 5 hours on average, but can range much longer depending on genetics, meds, and smoking status. In controlled studies, caffeine, especially 400 mg, can cut total sleep time, lighten deep sleep, and delay sleep when taken within 12 hours of bed. Smaller doses still affect some people. Practical rule: keep caffeine to mornings or very early afternoons, and know your dose. Next, about alcohol. Yes, it can make you sleepy, but it's the wrong kind of sleepy. Alcohol is a sedative, not a sleep nutrient. It can help you conk out, but it fragments the night, reduces restorative slow-wave sleep, and suppresses REM, the exact stages your brain uses to recover. Even moderate doses can change sleep architecture and increase awakenings, which is why you often wake at 3 a.m. after a couple of drinks. If sleep quality matters tomorrow, cut alcohol in the evening or stop earlier. While we're on tomorrow, your night also sets up your hormones and immune system for the next day's work. Early night deep sleep is paired with pulses of growth hormone, which support tissue repair and training recovery. At the same time, sufficient sleep helps immune cells coordinate and boosts antibody responses after vaccines. Shorting sleep chips away at those defenses, raising infection risk and baseline inflammation over time. Translation: a good night quietly stacks the odds in your favor for health and performance. But what if life forces weekday short sleep? Can you fix it with weekend catch-up? Weekend catch-up helps a bit, but it isn't a full reset. In a lab study where people paid back sleep on the weekend, insulin sensitivity still fell and eating drifted later the next week. Large observational work hints that modest weekend catch-up may be linked to lower cardiovascular risk in chronically short sleepers, but that kind of data can't prove cause. The practical play: protect consistency first, then use catch-up sparingly when life gets messy. If your nights are short or irregular, naps can still be a smart tool. Naps aren't cheating, they're performance aids. Short naps of 10 to 30 minutes can lift alertness with minimal grogginess. Longer 90-minute naps can cover a full cycle and may restore learning capacity, especially after study or practice. Classic work shows 60 90-minute naps with both non-REM and REM can deliver perceptual learning benefits rivaling a night of sleep. Even brief naps after learning can help. Nap earlier in the afternoon to avoid bumping bedtime. Used well, naps keep the lights on without stealing the night. One more piece to round out the picture: your natural sleep style. Chronotype is your natural timing preference: lark, owl, or in between. Social jet lag is the mismatch between that biology and your schedule, like keeping weekday alarm clocks that fight your internal night. More social jet lag is linked with worse sleep and health markers, likely because it scrambles circadian alignment. You can't change your chronotype overnight, but you can shift it gently with earlier light, steadier wake times, and consistent cues. Bring it all together, and the night shift turns into tomorrow's competitive edge. Treat sleep as your brain's smartest investment. Give it enough time. Light in the morning, dimmer evenings, cooler nights, earlier caffeine, and fewer nightcaps. In return, you'll wake with steadier emotions, clearer thinking, stronger learning, and a body that repairs on schedule. That's not a hack. That's how your overnight upgrade really works. Every single night you let it run.